Have you ever wondered why you look in the mirror on some days and feel absolutely magnetic, and other days you just feel off? It's not just a bad hair day, it's very likely that you are wearing a hairstyle that is actively working against what you're trying to say. I've been a licensed hairstylist for 19 years, and I promise you, this confusion is not your fault. You just haven't been given the right information. So today we're fixing that. I'm going to explain how these styles enhance your face shape, what they say about you, and how to achieve them to get a long-lasting hold. Let's get started. Any face shape and any hair type can wear the styles we're going over today. However, your unique features will determine how loud that hairstyle speaks. Straight hair creates vertical lines and adds length to your shape. Wavy or curled hair adds volume and width with movement and softness. Knowing which one balances you need to know a couple of quick things about your own face, and I want you to keep these things in mind as we go through the video. First, your face shape. Do you have a rounder face, a strong angular jawline, or a long, narrow face? Second, your cranial top. This is the distance from your hairline to the crown of your head. If you have a high cranial top, you have natural height and volume. If you have a low cranial top, a flatter head shape, you naturally lack volume there. Third, your hairline. Is it wide, narrow, or somewhere in between? Knowing these features allows you to understand how certain styles will look on you, but it's also important to know what impression each style gives and whether or not it's the right one for you. Let's talk about sleek, straight hair. When your hair is worn straight, you're often perceived as straightforward, professional, conservative, and maybe even a bit of a perfectionist. Because every single strand is silky smooth and in place, it can subconsciously make people assume those things about you, even if they don't even realize it. If we compare these two photos of Kim Kardashian, pay attention to how you perceive her. She looks to me quite sexy in both photos, but with her hair straight, she has a bit more of an intimidating look. One might view her as a little less approachable, where the curly hair feels a tiny bit more inviting. Another iconic example of seeing how straight hair can be perceived as more serious is the character Vivian Kensington from Legally Blonde. She has straight hair, the overall stereotypical look of someone who looks unapproachable, compared to Elle Woods, who is bubbly, friendly, and very approachable. The way both characters are styled represent the subconscious thoughts that people often have. Each character has stereotypes that they are fighting to prove wrong through the movie, and by the end of the movie, it's shown that Vivian and Elle end up becoming close friends. I had to laugh to myself when working on this video because all through high school and my 20s, I have been told, "Oh, Summer, I thought you were going to be such a bitch when I first met you, but you're actually really nice." And I was like, oh my gosh, is it because I used to wear my hair so straight? I also have a little bit of RBF, but I couldn't help but laugh at thinking, I wonder if the straight hair is why people always said that to me. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out of your way to look unapproachable, but rather think of scenarios where wearing your hair straight may help subconsciously tell people that you mean business. Maybe you're going to a job interview in a male-dominated field and you want to make it clear that someone can't walk all over you. Think of scenarios in your life that you think looking powerful and serious would benefit you over being perceived a different way. If you have a rounder or wider face shape, straight hair's vertical lines are going to create the illusion of beautiful length to help balance your shape. If you have a defined jawline or prominent cheekbones, straight hair puts them on full display. Nothing is hidden. Longer face shapes, sleek hair can add the illusion of more length in your shape, but opting for a side part helps to create more angles and width in your shape to create that balance. If you have a high cranial top, you can rock this look effortlessly without it falling flat. Jennifer Aniston is the quintessential example for this, and her high cranial top, I believe, is one of the main reasons why her hair is so loved. And if you have a low cranial top, a middle part with straight hair might make you feel you have no volume whatsoever in your style, so opting for a side part and choosing to use volume products will help create that height that you may like to see. Now, what is the easiest way to achieve this smooth, sleek look? You want to make sure you're using the appropriate styling tools and styling products for your hair type. I like using a separate round brush and dryer to do my blow dries, but you can also use a blowout brush, as those can be much easier to use. If you have coarse hair with a wave, curl, and frizz, you'll want to use products that have the words smoothing and straightening in the product name or description. If you have fine hair, you might prefer products that use words like plumping, thickening, and full in the name or description. And if you're in need of any products, I'll link my favorite options below per style and hair type. Regardless of hair type, if you need to create volume at your roots because you either have a low cranial top or you're like me and you just maybe like volume, you'll want to use a root lifter or a mousse at your scalp to create the lift. My all-time favorites are from the brand Moroccan. These have been my ride or die products for over a decade at this point. I recommend rough drying your hair with a standard dryer first to remove the moisture from your hair. If you try to dry the hair without removing any moisture, it's going to take you a very long time to blow dry it. You can use your fingers or a paddle brush during your rough dry to help start smoothing your strands, and you only need to spend about 3 minutes rough drying your hair. Any longer than that, the hair is going to become too dry and it won't work into the shape that you're wanting to see as easily. After your rough dry, you'll take just U-shaped sections and start the official blow dry process. If using a separate blow dryer and round brush, I recommend using a large round brush. My favorite option is Cricut's 400 round brush. This is going to allow you to work through more of your hair at a time, pull tension to create smoothness, while still creating some bend through the ends. If you're using a blowout brush, oval shape options are my go-to. You'll want to glide them through your hair, pulling with tension to create your smooth, straight style. The one I have is from the brand Sutra, and they have a 2-inch or 3-inch option to choose from, depending on how long your hair is, and I am always happy with my results when using their products. You're gonna work to dry your hair section to section, pulling out and down to create tension to smooth out your hair. After your hair is dry, if you find you have a few pieces that need more smoothing, you can use your flat iron to help perfect the look. Use heat no higher than 350 for this to prevent burning your hair, and then just smooth where you need it, and you're good to go. You'll have a smooth and sleek look that says you're straightforward, serious, and a bit of a perfectionist that will leave a great impression. And before moving into our next look, be sure to share with me, how do you wear your hair when you're wanting to feel and look your best self? Do you live for straight styles, wear it up, or love the volume curls bring? Be sure to share in the comments. I always love getting to talk with you ladies more and getting to know you better. Where straight hair can give, I mean business vibes. With curled hair, you're likely to be perceived as approachable, creative, and maybe even a bit of a free spirit. Because curled hair creates more movement, volume, and flow, it can subconsciously make people assume those things about your personality, again, even if they don't realize it. If we compare these two photos of Sydney Sweeney, who is a very curvaceous woman, the curls help give her a bit more softness to her overall look. Both dresses enhance her assets, but the curls, because of the softer lines in the hair, it creates a little bit more of an inviting feel. So what are the scenarios that for you would make you want to let someone subconsciously know you're friendly, inviting, and up for anything? Maybe it is a networking event where you don't know a soul and you want people to feel like they can easily talk to you. Maybe it's a first date where you want to keep things nice and light. Again, it all depends on where you are, but think of the scenarios in your life where it may benefit you more to be perceived as that over something else. And yes, I know you can obviously make yourself look fun and approachable with straight hair. You can look like you mean business with curled hair. However, the reality is that people do make rapid subconscious assumptions based on deeply ingrained societal norms. I think it's empowering to understand what those norms are so you can lead the charge in controlling exactly how you are perceived. If your face is longer or narrow, curls are spectacular. They add width and give your face a beautiful balance with your length. Angular features like diamond, heart, and square shapes look stunning with curls because the softness creates a gorgeous contrast with your bone structure. Round shapes, your naturally soft features are even more enhanced with soft curls. If you wanted to create more intensity with your shape, you would want to opt for a side part. Low cranial top. Curls are honestly your best friend because they effortlessly just build height and volume that you naturally need at the crown. They create the perfect amount of volume to balance your head shape. To create your curls, you would dry your hair like you did for our straight look, but you can opt to skip the flat iron as you'll be using your curling iron to create your main shape. The best way to create curls that last is to use a 1-inch curling iron. The tighter the curl at first, it provides a longer hold than a larger size iron. The brand I've been using for years is from T3. This is a ceramic iron, so it's a bit more gentle on the hair over titanium. And to ensure that your curl heats evenly, you'll want to take hair that's no greater in width than the size of your iron, spray with a light coating of heat protection. And what this does is it allows your hair to evenly heat, meaning that your curls are going to properly form while preventing heat damage. And then once you let the hair out of the iron, don't touch the curl, just let it cool in place to help it hold its style. You're gonna finish curling your hair, and once the hair is cool, you can use a wide tooth comb to just gently comb through the curls. I like to opt for lightweight oil like Care Sauce, elixir oil to add shine and tame any flyaways I have. Set with a workable hairspray and you are good to go. You've got curls that add movement, fun, and an approachable feel to your hair to leave the perfect impression. If you want to see a longer, slow-paced tutorial on how to curl your hair with either a curling iron or flat iron, I'll leave this video from my other channel, Styles by Summer, in the description below. It needs to be noted that a bonus of curls is that your hair will soften by day 3, which starts to look more like a waved style. This is what I like about curls because you end up getting 2 looks from just one style. Loose wave styles can give you a really natural casual feel, or you can make them look a little edgy as well. It's all in the outfit you wear, but it is the perfect hairstyle for when you have to rush out the door midweek with little effort because the curls naturally turn into waves. My best advice for you to maintain your hairstyle between washes is number 1, always wear a shower cap when getting into the shower. You don't need all that steam putting moisture into your hair that can alter its longevity. Number 2, sleep on a silk pillowcase, as silk is much softer on the hair over cotton. Less friction will be put on your head when you're tossing and turning through the night. You can also opt to wear it in a loose pony on the top of your head too to keep it in place while you sleep. I prefer to wear my hair up and also have my silk pillowcase. Number 3, apply a light coating of dry shampoo day 2 morning. This is one of the first steps you can do to help absorb the oil forming on your scalp to extend the life of your hair, as well as fight further oil that will inevitably show up. Number 4, don't be afraid to reshape your hair when you need to before washing again. You must be using a heat protectant for this. It is a non-negotiable. I've been enjoying Living Proofs at the moment, and I spray this onto each section before placing in my iron. Just remember, it's okay if you have to flat iron a few spots or recurl a few strands, just as long as you're using medium heat and a heat protectant. I promise you your hair will survive. Regardless of the look you're going for, those 4 steps remain the same. I will link in the description below all of the products used in this video, along with a list of my favorite styling products per look and hair type. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Drop a heart emoji in the comments if you did. And in the meantime, I will leave you with this video that dives deeper into getting the perfect blow dry. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.